All right, guys, you know the drill. Get out, make sure you have your pencil, phone, all that good stuff. We're going to graph today absolute value functions. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, based on our equation, we're going to go ahead and we're going to find the vertex and the slope, and we're going to graph them. If you guys remember before, absolute value equations come out to be V's. Okay, so that's an absolute value equation. That's an absolute value equation. So we're going to graph these guys. The way we're going to do it is the first thing we need to know is our form of an absolute value function. So f of x, remember that's just like y equals. Okay? F of x equals a times the absolute value, x minus h, and then plus k. So the a value right here, that is the slope of the right side of your graph. Okay, and then this h and the k, the h is your x value of your vertex, and the k is the y value of your vertex. Okay. Thing to remember, the h is opposite, kind of just like in point slope form. Okay, so it tells you we're going to start here at this vertex and then do our slope. Okay, so over here, for this example, the vertex is the point 3, 1. So we're going to graph the point 3, 1. Okay, the slope is your a value, so that's 1/2. So from this point, you go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. Okay, now to get the other side, you're going to go up 1, back 2, up 1, back 2, up 1, back 2, up 1, back 2. And then there is your absolute equation. Okay, your domain is your x values. Well, there's no limit to really what x values you can plug in, so that's real numbers. Int, it's always going to be all real numbers. The range is your y values, and so it's you find your lowest y value, which is that guy right there, when the y is equal to 1, and everything's bigger than that. So your range is y is greater than or equal to 1. If you open up your calculator and you wanted to graph this guy also, okay, you could do that. So you're going to get out your calculator if you want to check it out. You don't have to. Okay, we're going to go to y equals. What I need you to do is make sure this plot 1 is turned off if it's on there. Okay, and we're going to go parentheses 1/2. Okay, because you put the 1/2 in front, and now we've got the absolute value. The way to get the absolute value is we're going to go ahead and click our catalog, and that's our first thing. Absolute value of x minus 3. Get outside of the absolute value, and then plus 1. So now if you graph this guy, okay, here's your window. That should be the same graph that we talked about. So right here, okay, that was your vertex. All right, so let's do a couple more practices to see. Okay, so we'll do this one together. Okay, look at A. So remember, it is A absolute value x minus h plus k. Okay, so there's your x value, there's your y value. So in this case, your x value is 4. There's nothing over here. It's like plus 0. So it's 4, 0. Okay, the slope of the right side is whatever's in front. Well, there's nothing there. An imaginary 1. We start at the point 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And my slope of the right side is 1. So we go up 1, over 1. Up right, up right, up right, up right, up right. Now we go up and back, up and back, up and back, up and back, 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 back. There is your line, your absolute value equation. Okay, domain, all real numbers, always. Okay, your range, you've got to figure out your y values. Okay, so the smallest y value right there is y 0. So your range is going to be y is greater than or equal to 0. What I want you to do is I want you to try B on your own. Okay, hit pause, try it, when you're done, hit play, and then try and go from there. All right, so your x value, remember, is always opposite. So it's -1, and now your y is -2, and your slope again is 1. So we go -1, -2, and then you do a slope of +1. And then you go back and you go the other way. Okay, so then there is your graph of your absolute value equation. Domain, real numbers. Your range You look at your y value, y is 2, so our range of y is greater than or equal to -2. Okay, hit pause, try C, hit play, see if you get it right. Okay, vertex here is 3 and then -1. Remember, it's always x is always opposite, the y is the way it is. There's 3, there's -1. Now my slope of the right side is 2, or 2 over 1. So I go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Great. Now we're going to go up 2, back 1. Okay, and there is your y. Okay, domain, all real numbers. Your y value, y is greater than or equal to -1. What you should notice is on both A and B, the slope was 1. Now the slope is 2, and it gets skinnier. Okay, so when as the A gets bigger, the V gets narrower. Okay. Now, thing to think about: what would happen if your A was negative? Okay. Now, bonus problem. Let's say we've got -2 absolute value. X plus 2 minus 5. Okay, so graph that on this graph for C. And if we do that, I'll change colors so we can see red. Okay, -2, -5. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the slope is -2, which means I go down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, or down 2, left, down 2, left, down 2, left. That would be this guy right here. Okay, domain, still all real numbers. Now your range, your y value is -5, but it's going to be y is greater than or equal, I'm sorry, is less than or equal to -5, because all your y values are here and down. Okay, you have the rest of the class to work on your homework. Okay, practice it, check it, come with questions when I see you on block day, and we will talk about any of those and make sure you're okay with it. All right, behave yourselves. I'll see you later. Bye.